wonderful event benefiting some of our wounded warriors. News Channel 3 is obviously very happy to be a part of the Troop Swap and Wounded Wear.
Yeah, we're doing this with Troop Swap and Wounded Wear. Joining us, Matt from Troop Swap, Jay from Wounded Wear. Jump for a Purpose, what is this all about?
This is about giving Wounded Warriors the opportunity to come out Memorial Day weekend to skydive. We have 50 Wounded Warriors coming from around the country to jump for a purpose, and that purpose is to raise awareness for the sacrifices that Wounded Warriors make and to show the community that they can overcome their limitations from the wounds that they had from combat.
And Jay Redman, obviously the president of Wounded Wear and founder of Wounded Wear, former SEAL, you know what this means for these folks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the key missions of Wounded Wear, and one of the key things that I struggle with being wounded, a lot of guys struggle with, is getting back out into society, overcoming those injuries, and accepting the fact that you can move forward with life. And that's exactly what this event does. It's a twofold thing. The first part, it gets these guys out there with something that I'm sure they thought they would never be able to do again, just jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
You and I were joking about that before the broadcast, and you were saying people can be supportive and they don't have to jump like Bianca, my friend, who will be jumping, but they can be supportive and still be there, right?
Absolutely. It's a great event to come out to. I mean, we have stuff for the kids, we have food, we have bands that are going to be playing all day. We've got the Red Bull skydiving team, and the biggest thing we have is all these Wounded Warriors. A lot of people, they don't know what to say to a Wounded Warrior when they're out and about. You know, they feel a little intimidated. Well, now's your opportunity. Get out there, say thank you for their sacrifice, and support these guys as they do something that most people don't have the courage to do.
Yeah, all this happening at Suffolk, Skydive Suffolk, and Matt, you know, talking about Troop Swap, obviously very important for military families, what Troop Swap does, and finding these great deals, you know, around Hampton Roads and elsewhere for military families. But why is it so important for Troop Swap to be a part of this event?
Well, we started this event last year with Wounded Wear soon after we launched here in the Hampton Roads community. And we have committed 10% of our company's profits to going back to supporting Wounded Warriors. And this was a great event for us to highlight our dedication to giving back to the military community. I'm an Army veteran myself, served on 4 different combat deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan, and have seen what happens to Wounded Warriors after they get wounded in combat. And this was just a great opportunity for them to come out and do something fun, as well as getting the community involved to show their support for the sacrifices they made.
And I'm sure that a lot of people go there and feel like they don't have any troubles in the world after seeing some of the folks who made these incredible sacrifices over the years.
Yeah, talk about an inspirational thing to be a part of and have the opportunity to just be there and watch and see the reactions as they finally come back down to the ground.
Yeah, last year the entire drop zone was lined by people from Hampton Roads that were cheering them on as they were coming in for the landings, high-fiving them as they were walking off the drop zone.
What was really amazing about it is that as many of the people that came out to support, I think they got as much or more than the Wounded Warriors themselves. We had people who wrote us for months after the event.
Now illustrate that for, you know, us who've never jumped out of planes, what that's like. You obviously shoot up, go how many feet up, and then how long's that drop?
It's over 14,000 feet that Bianca and all the Wounded Warriors will be jumping next weekend. And, you know, both Jay and I have jumped quite a few times, and it's a feeling of complete freedom. In fact, I think one of the Wounded Warriors that jumped last year said it best, that it was the first time he hadn't felt pain since he was injured. And, you know, that did it all for me last year, and said, we got to keep doing this every year for these men and women. And we have both men and women Wounded Warriors that get to experience that feeling of freedom again and weightlessness and no pain, which is awesome. And
that, of course, is one of the reasons why we're so proud to be a part of Jump for a Purpose. Folks, you can actually sponsor a Wounded Warrior as well, and you can find out information about that at woundedwear.org, as well as information about the actual event happening at Skydive Suffolk, May 26th and 27th. Jay and Matt, thanks for joining us and giving us a little information. Always nice to see you guys. I'm now working with them quite a bit, so.
And she'll be jumping.
Yes, we're excited.
We're jumping with Bianca.
All right, I headed for. What if